Yo, JD here, and we are back on F1 2018 online here today for my 5-lap race lobbies, which I'm doing a few times a week. So please follow me on Twitter, subscribe to this channel, and send me a message on Xbox because I will be inviting people who have not raced me before. And I will be live streaming on Wednesday, open lobbies at night, and then my Monday WOR league race as well. So thank you so much for supporting that. It's been absolutely awesome. But here we're at Suzuka in this 5-lap race, which is a track that really doesn't come up that often whenever I'm racing online, which I do a lot on this game at the moment. And I feel in real life, the drivers is one of their personal favourites, but on this game, maybe because of how the tyre temperature stuff was already just absolute carnage, and we already gained 6 positions, got a penalty there for a collision with someone who was already off the road, so GG. But this track here is, I'd say, definitely one of my favourites on the game, if not my actual favourite, despite myself not really doing it that much. And maybe because it's towards the end of the calendar, that's just why no one really does it until the league racing season. But in 5-lap races, I just never ever see this, and I really feel this is a massively underrated track on this game. And this is the track that probably changed the most from the previous games. They completely remodeled this track. Through the camber, the curbs, everything as well. I remember playing this in the beta when I first got it. It was just insane. We've been just out-muscled by this Renault here. So we're just going to try and go around the outside of him here. And we made up 11 positions on his first lap. But that Haas has been pushed massively out wide. If he hits the front of us, he almost lose the car there. So pretty feisty in these lobbies. But it's all fun and games. But obviously you want to do well as well. But it's just... yeah, just a lot of fun doing this. And as I said, feel free to send me a message on Xbox, and if I haven't raced you before, I will try and get new in these lobbies, because the invite feature, even if you set it to invite only, people will still join anyway as well. So anyway, moving on to this now, trying to get a good end to this lap here. The Haas has got a little bit of a slip string going to this turn 1. And I was saying about the track is massively underrated. Going to this turn 1 with the ballast you have to use, you want to be quick around here. I should just get one position through there. It is so hard to control the car, and you do not want to touch any of these curbs. If you do, you pretty much you might as well just give up, because you're just going to instantly spin the car here. And a lot of people are just not really that confident around here. As I said, I don't really see any lobbies on this track, and it's a track I've definitely missed. And when I did this, I've started to include a lot more in my 5-lap races, just going out wide as well, because it's just such a challenging track. You really have to keep up the momentum going throughout the whole time going through here now. So going through this hairpin, really unusual lie. You don't want to go super tight, but you don't want to go super wide. You want to hit really about the middle of the track. And this track, you just want to let the camber of the track really just try and bring you around the whole time. So we're in 5th position here. The leader's not too far away here. Allows to run that curve a little bit, but in this one here, you do not want to touch that inside curve, and sometimes the outside curve as well, because it will just instantly spin you, and also spin curve pretty much. And I know on last game and the games before, you just didn't want to touch that. So we're getting a really nice slipstream here. Don't really start with much fuel in this 5-lap race around this track, unlike tracks like Germany, where you can just run it rich the entire time from not changing the fuel. This one, you can only really run it rich for about a lap and a half max, and that's just about it. So you really got to use all of your ERS as efficiently as possible, and then run the standard or lean for this first sector, because you don't really need that much fuel. It's mainly about the ERS, which I feel, in my view, is definitely just a lot more powerful. As the Red Bull, our teammates got a little bit out wide, so just got to go around the outside, getting the inside for the next corner here. And now we're into 4th position. And from starting P17, we can have a chance to actually win this race. And I really was not expecting this on this track, because it's just super narrow as well, and pretty difficult to overtake most of the time, particularly in the league race situations. Not the easiest track to overtake. So coming through here to now, hopefully they start tripping over themselves, as the Toro Rosso just goes a little bit out wide. We've got VNTR Minty ahead of us, who's a regular in my lobbies, is a very good driver. I think trying to close him down now. And I don't know what happened to my teammate. I think he must have spun the car or something, because he's miles behind this point. And someone is just taking a 2011 line going through there now. And I think that is Gorch Crab, who's the team leader, or the guy who actually runs the ILR league that I'm doing tomorrow at Spa. which I have thought about streaming, but I think for now I'll definitely save that for Mondays, and then I'll just do an actual highlights video for the IOR races. So I'll do that for now. But coming on to this now, coming on to the penultimate lap, that curb there, no matter what suspension you run, it is just so hard to control, and that's why I love this track, because it's just so quick. You really get to experience of what the potential of these cars can actually do in this game, especially if you've got a good wheel, good force feedback. It just feels like you're on a roller coaster going around here. So I really just, this is definitely a massively underrated track in my opinion. Trying to get down the inside of Minty there, but really no option to overtake through here. But through this corner, got a good start. You can see you carried a lot more speed in both these two. Coach Crab, I think, is struggling quite a bit to going round the outside of Minty. Still got the inside, leaving me nice respectful room. I lock up a little bit and actually going to the side of him, so it's really mainly my fault. I think he's going to leave a little bit of room for me on the outside, and this should be quite an easy move going to this hairpin, which you get done quite nicely. As I said, it's just a really unusual line. There's no real right or wrong line through there. You really just, if you're someone who really likes to brake late, just go really deep and cut back, or if you're someone who doesn't, then you probably want to stay more to the middle of the track then rather than go out wide and cut back. But Coach Crab, I don't know what he's doing. I think it's just some regular rules. I think I probably forgot to put on strict rules for this lobby. But he's doing a 2011 line, and with the slipstream going in rich and overtake going through here now. Going through here, just a little bit of a lift through 130R. Don't want really to snap the tail out of the car. As he pushed me a little bit out wide, but we've got the inside for a left-hander, and that's the move done into second place. And now we've got one more lap to try and win this race from P17, although we probably gained 5 or 6 positions on turn 1 where there's just a bowling ball effect going to there. Coming through here now, we'll hopefully get a little bit more of experience of what it should be like. 4th gear, try and run in 5th gear if you can go through here. And this one, just a tiny little lift through here, middle of the track. That's where you want to be turning for a left-hander. Again, middle of the track, that's where you'll be aiming for. You can see the tyres are starting to be a little bit overcooked now, so got to be a little bit more careful on this last lap. But we should have enough fuel for the end of the race now, and using the ERS pretty efficiently through here. See, just gaining a lot of time through these Lesmos. Gain so much time if you're really aggressive, but the punishment is that if you hit that curb, it's probably going to spin you out pretty much straight away. And again, the middle of the track, you do not really want to be tight, because if you're tight, it's that curb. It's just going to really limit on how early you can get on the throttle coming out, and just the back end is just going to be all over the place. But through this spoon, probably one of my favourite corners in the F1 calendar, these sequence of corners here. Nice out wide, try and clip the last part of that apex to get a really good run. And now this is a fight for the win on the last lap of the race, on the last straight of this race. Try to go down the inside here. We'll probably have to do a little bit of a lift, just a little bit of a lift. Try not to push him out too much, but I know he's fairly respectful, so think about going around the outside here, get the inside for left, trying to use all the track. And we've managed to come home in P1 with no penalties in this race, and I think he ran out of fuel, he told me after that race. And we've come home to win round Suzuka, which I would say is definitely in my top 3 tracks in the game, and a track, as I said, is very underrated among all the drivers. So please let me know if you want to race against me. Send me a message on Xbox Live, or just follow me on Twitter, because I'll be tweeting out when I'll be doing these lobbies, which is most likely on Wednesdays for sure. And thank you so much for supporting my live stream yesterday. It meant the world to me, and just support my channel as well. So hopefully you're still enjoying this game, and I will catch you next time. Peace.